What is up, you guys? This week I have probably the most feral hat I've made thus far. Did anyone ask for this hat? No. Is anyone gonna make this hat? No, but I hope for at least my efforts you'll at least give this video a watch through. And if you do want to make this hat, then you're a real one. I even like painted a tie for you and ordered like clothes, and yet you're still not subscribed, so that's kind of weird to me. I don't know. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started.
For this hat, you will need medium weight hot pink yarn, a 5mm hook, a yarn needle, a pair of scissors, and a decent amount of polyfill stuffing. To begin the hat, start with a magic circle, and we do that by wrapping our first two fingers to make an X, and then taking that second loop through the first, taking out our fingers, and we're going to chain 2 to secure it. Now put 10 half double crochets into the center of the circle. Now take the short tail and pull the circle closed, and we're going to start the next row by putting an increase into each stitch around, giving us a total of 20 half double crochets. For the third row, make a half double crochet into the first stitch and then an increase into the second. Do this all the way around, giving you a total of 30 stitches. For the next row, make a half double crochet into the first 2 stitches and then an increase into the third. Do this all the way around for a total of 40 stitches. Now we're going to make a half double crochet into the first 3 stitches and then an increase into the 4th. I'm sure you're seeing the pattern at this point, and I'm going to do the last row off camera, but you're going to want to put a half double crochet into the first 4 stitches and then an increase into the 5th. Do this all the way around for a total of 60 stitches. We're now going to finish off this hat section with a slip stitch in the next stitch. You're going to cut a short tail and then pull through. Now set this piece aside until later. Taking your pink yarn and 5mm hook, we're going to begin with a magic circle. For this pattern, we're going to chain 2 to secure it. And then put 8 half double crochets into the circle. Once that's done, take the small tail and pull the circle closed. For this next row, put an increase into each of those 8 stitches, giving you a total of 16 half double crochets. I'm now going to take the center string from the magic circle and use it temporarily as a marker. And for this third round, I'm going to make a half double crochet into the first stitch and then an increase into the second. And I'm going to repeat this all the way around for a total of 24 stitches. For the fourth row, I'm going to make a half double crochet into the first 2 stitches and then an increase into the third. I'm going to repeat this 8 times for a total of 32 stitches. For the next row, I'm going to do a half double crochet into the first 3 stitches and then an increase into the 4th. This will give me a total of 40 stitches. For For this next row, I'm going to make a half double crochet into the first 4 stitches, and then an increase into the 5th, and of course I'm going to repeat this all the way around for a total of 48 stitches. I'm sure you're starting to see the pattern. So for this next row, we're going to make a half double crochet into the first 5 stitches, and then an increase into the 6th, and we're going to repeat this all the way around. In this next row, we're just going to make a half double crochet into each stitch around. For the 9th row, we're going to make a half double crochet into the first 6 stitches and then an increase into the 7th. And of course, repeat this around for a total of 64 stitches. For the next 4 rows, you're just going to want to put a half double crochet into each stitch around. And I'll meet you back when that's done. We're now going to finish off with a slip stitch into the next stitch, and then you're going to repeat this process again so you have another heart half, but this time you won't fasten it off. Next, you're going to want to connect the 2 halves together with 12 slip stitches. So I count back from the last stitch I did on my first half and match it up with my other half. Stick your hook through both stitches, and then you're just going to make a slip stitch like normal. Now make a total of 12 slip stitches. We're now going to put a half double crochet all the way around. It ends up being 53 half double crochets per heart half, so a total of 106 stitches. For the 14th row, you're going to make 24 half double crochets and then a decrease, and then you're going to make 25 half double crochets and then a decrease, and you're going to repeat this one more time for a total of 102 stitches. And if you don't know how to make a half double decrease, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the first stitch, pull through, and then you're going to yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull through, and you should have 5 loops on your hook. Then you're going to pull through all 5 of those loops, and that's all there is to it. For this next row, you're going to make 23 half double crochets and then a decrease, and then 24 half double crochets and then a decrease, and you're going to repeat this one more time to give you a total of 98 stitches. For this next row, you're going to do 47 half double crochets and then a decrease, and you're going to do that twice, giving you a total of 96 stitches. For the 17th row, you're going to make 10 half double crochets and then a decrease, and you're going to do this 8 times, bringing your stitch count down to 88. In this next row, we're just going to make a half double crochet into each stitch around. For this next row, make 20 half double crochets and a decrease, and do this a total of 4 times, bringing your stitch count down to 84 stitches. For the 19th row, you're going to make 19 half double crochets and a decrease, and you're going to do that 4 times. In this next row, we're going to make 8 half double crochets and a decrease, and you're going to do this 8 times, bringing your stitches down to 72. Now we're going to make a half double crochet into each stitch around. For this next row, make 7 half double crochets and a decrease, and you're going to do this a total of 8 times, bringing your stitch count down to 64 stitches. Now we're going to do another row of making a half double crochet into each stitch around. So this is how your hat should be looking so far, and now we're going to do 14 half double crochets and then a decrease, and we're going to do this a total of 4 times, bringing our total stitch count down to 60. So now we're going to assemble the 2 pieces by making half double crochets. You may have noticed that both pieces have 60 stitches around now, so this will make it super easy. So we're going to yarn over and put our hook into the first stitch of the heart, and we're also going to put our hook into the first stitch of the circle thing, like that, and then we're going to pull through both of those stitches, just like we're making a half double crochet. And now we're going to do it into the second stitch, where we insert our hook into both stitches, pull through, and then pull through 3. Now you're going to want to do this almost all the way around, leaving a smallish opening, and I'll meet you back so we can stuff the heart. Okay, so I left about this much left, maybe about 15 stitches, and we're just going to go ham on stuffing that heart. You want to stuff it pretty firmly, but not so much that it pushes out the bottom part that we're attaching, because it's still at the end of the day going to be a hat. But you want it to fill out nicely and have a nice shape. I'm going to continue closing up and still stuffing as I go, just to fill in those loose gaps. Okay, this is what it should look like when we're sealed up. It's got a nice shape and it's full, but the bottom still doesn't push out, so it'll fit your head nicely as well. So now we're going to continue on with the hat. So we're going to put in a half double crochet into the first 5 stitches and an increase into the 6th, bringing our total to 70. Okay, so here's what it looks like after the row, and we're just going to keep expanding it to make it into a hat. So for this next row, we're going to put a half double crochet into the first 6 stitches and then an increase, bringing our total to 80 stitches. If you're small, I'd stop there, but if you're medium, I'd do another row of increases and go to 7 half double crochets and then an increase. And if you're large, I suggest doing another row of increases to do a half double crochet into the first 8 stitches and then an increase. And when you're satisfied with the width of the hat, I'll meet you back. So for the next 2 rows, I'm just going to put a half double crochet into each stitch around. If you made a large hat, I would suggest doing 3 rows, and I'll meet you back to tell you how to finish it up. Okay, so now I'm done with those 2 rows. I wanted to make my hat more canon to the anime, but if you wanted to make a more wearable hat like a beanie, I'd suggest expanding the rows until it can fit comfortably around your head. But yeah, if you wanted to make it like me, I just did 2 rows, and now I'm going to finish it up because I need it to be just a little bit tighter to grip my head. I'm going to put a slip stitch in every stitch around. So to end the hat, we're just going to cut off a short tail and then pull through. You just now have to weave in the ends and then we're done. Okay, so this is the final product. We are now done with our hat. If you made this hat along with me, you're awesome. I love you. And if you just gave me a view, I appreciate you too. I hope that you all have an amazing Cupid day, and I hope that you will think about subscribing to this channel, leaving a like, sharing it with your friends. I don't know. It helps me bring free patterns to you every week, and I'm so grateful to every one of you who keeps supporting my channel. Alright y'all, I'll see you next week with another pattern. Bye!